Assalamu alaikum, good morning. Are you hearing me, students? Please reply here. Hurry up in the chat box so that I can understand whether you are listening me properly or not. Okay, very nice of you, Emma. Okay, I'm waiting for other students to join me here. I hope you all have understood the previous topics which we have discussed in the virtual classes as well as in the physical classes. We have done all tenses here in the virtual classes. I hope you are doing the practice of those tenses in your rough notebooks again and again. You should be perfect in the tenses. You should be able to convert one tense into another. You should be able to identify the tenses according to the rules and structures which I have already shown you in my virtual classes and previous lectures. The videos of those lectures are on the Google Classroom. They are available at any time. You go through those lectures. If you have got any problem, then you can take the help from those lectures and do the practice. Now you all know that we are doing language topics mostly in the physical class, in the virtual classes. So there is another language topic today. We will discuss that topic. I hope you have completed all assignments which I have uploaded on the Google Classroom. Till now, I have uploaded 5 assignments, 4 for tenses and 1 for articles. So please, those who have not completed till the next week's submission date. Submission date is also given on the Google Classroom. So I want to remind you that if you are not submitting on time, then your assignments will not be checked, because it is the last chance for you. From next week, that is from Monday, coming Monday, if you are not submitting the assignments on time, then they will not be checked. So you should be very careful. Now I want to start my today's lecture. It is English language lecture again. I'm Mrs. Afshin Imran. This is lecture number 5. I have told you that we have completed the lesson or topic tenses in my 4 previous lectures. We have completed the indefinite tenses, continuous tenses, perfect tenses, and perfect continuous tenses, all 4 kinds of tenses. I hope you are perfect in that. Okay. Now I want to discuss another topic here. This is application writing. We have done the practice of some applications in the physical classes as well. Now I want to explain the remaining things or whatever some of the students who were not present in the physical class. I am giving this lecture for application writing so that everybody will get the information about application writing, and the lecture, when the lecture will be uploaded on the Google Classroom, then you will be able to see the lecture or find out your problems or sort out your problems by the help of the lecture. Now, first of all, I want to tell you about the application definition, that what is an application? Actually, an application is a formal request. When we request for something in the formal way, in the formal language, that some particular words are used to make a request, then it is called application. And it is uh, done, or it is written in 2 ways for 2 purposes mostly. To be considered for a position. Like I have told you that if anybody is applying for a job, then it is also written, or this request is also written in the form of application. It is also a formal request. Or the other way is to be allowed to do or have something. It means if you are doing job somewhere, or if you are a student in some school or organization or university, then you have to ask for leave or for doing something. If you want to ask something, then you are writing the formal request. Okay, and these applications, these formal requests or applications must be submitted to an authority, institution or organization. It means they must be addressed to the head of the organization or the institution, and it was the actually the authority, or you can say that we are writing the application to an authorized person. Authorized means the person who has the power to give you something, or to uh, fulfill your request, or to allow you to do something, or to go for sick leave, or to go for some urgent piece of work, or who is allowed to call the person for the job. Okay, so we will now discuss in this lecture, we will discuss the applications which are written by some students to the principal or head of the school or the university, so that they could take the leave or any other kind of thing whenever you need the short leave for urgent piece of work. I hope you are understanding. So I'm discussing only one type here, that is the simple applications which you are writing in the school to your principal. Now there are some steps of application writing. I want to discuss those steps first. The first one is heading, in which you are writing the addressee. Addressee means to whom you are writing the application, like the principal. And it should be remembered that you should not write the name of the person, but you should have to write the designation of the person. Designation means where, like the principal, the teacher, and with the address. Okay, you have to mention the address, complete address. But there is another thing that you need not to mention the particular name of any school, any university, any college, but you have to just write the some code words like ABC, XYZ. These must be written here. The second step is the subject. That means you have to write the topic. It has to be mentioned after the heading. Okay, and subject must be underlined, as you already know that, but then I will come to the subject, then I will remind it or explain it again. Then the third step of writing the application is the greetings. Okay, you should know that whenever you are talking to somebody, you greet him or her first. Okay, so greetings must be there. The fourth one is beginning. This beginning is very much important. You should know how to begin an application. Then fifth step is the body part of the application, in which actually you are writing the reason of the application. Why you are writing that application, the reason has to be mentioned here. The sixth step is the ending. You are doing the ending of the application. Then in the seventh step, which is the last one, the closing step. And actually the closing step means you have to mention the date here. Okay. I hope you are understanding. These are very easy. You all know how to write an application. But if there is some problem, then you can sort it out from this lecture. Now, first of all, I'm discussing the heading. I will discuss all the steps one by one. So please try to listen carefully and try to understand. And I have already told you that please keep a notebook with you. If you have got any question, or if you want to write any important point from the lecture, then you will be able to note it down. And if you have got any question, then you will write it in the notebook and ask me at the end of the lecture, when I will give you time to ask the questions. Okay. The first one is the heading. One more thing which I want to remind you, that we are following the block style pattern of writing the application. Previously till 8th class, you are writing the top part from the left side and the bottom part towards the right side of the page. But now we are following the block style pattern. So you have to write everything from the margin line. It means all lines must come in a particular pattern, and they must be written after that with the margin line. Now they must be written, the heading must be written from left side of the page with the margin, which I have already told you that everything must be written with the margin line. Now the first part of the heading is, you have to write the designation of the head of the institution, the principal. Okay, it must be a proper noun, so the must come here before it, and it must be written with the capital T, and the designation of any person must be written with the capital word. So here the designated person is the principal, so P must be capitalized. If there is a manager, then M must be capitalized. Okay. Now you should remember the spelling of principal. Okay. Then comma. Comma means that you are writing the address and it is continuing. Okay. In the first step, you are writing the designation of the person to whom you are writing the application. Then in the second step, you have to write the school name. School name, it is optional. Optional means if you wish to write the particular name of the school, then you can write, but the most easy method, or you can say it is it is not necessary to mention the name of the particular school. You can write ABC school. Okay. There is no full stop I have written here, but if you write the dots or the full stops after that, it will also be okay. ABC school, comma. Then the third thing is to mention the area name. It is also optional. You can write or cannot write. If you want to write, you can mention. Okay, but you have to write in the particular spelling or proper spelling with the proper punctuation. That means start with the capital letter, and if there is another part of the area name, that it should be also capitalized. Like in the Gulistane-e-Johar, I have written here, G is capitalized, and you can see that J is capitalized. Okay. Then there is another comma again because address is continued here. Then we have to write the city name at the end of the address. This actually completed the address. This word, this city name completes the address. That is Karachi. We all know that our city is Karachi, so it is a proper noun. So A is capital with the full stop at the end. Full stop shows that the address has been completed here. Now, after this, there is a note which is most important, that leave one line here. Okay. After completing the heading, leave one line. It is a must. Now we come to the next step of application writing, that is subject. And the most important part is that subject must be underlined. Okay, you should remember that subject must be underlined and not the word subject. The topic which you are mentioning here, it must be underlined. Okay, it is called subject, but don't underline the word subject like I have shown you that I have written subject here, where I have written in the three ways, same subject in three ways. Application for sick leave, full stop. You can see that A is capitalized because it is the beginning part of the subject. Then the preposition for is written in the small letters. Then the main topic which has to be mentioned here, it must be written with the capital letter first. S is capital, you can see that L is capital, and you have to underline the way that the words must be very clear. Okay, you can leave some space to draw the underline. Here you can see that capital L is very much clear here. Okay. Or there is another way of writing the same subject, request for sick leave. That is full stop. At the end, you can see that full stop must be placed at the end. It shows the completion of the subject. If you are leaving the full stop, that it means you have not written the complete sentence. Request for sick leave. You can see R is capital again, then for, which is a preposition. It is written in the small letters. Then sick leave, which is the most important part of the subject. It is written with the capital S and capital L. Now there is another way of writing the subject. It is sick leave. Simple sick leave. I have not added any words before that. I have just written the most important part of the subject. This is sick leave. And you can see that I have written in the same way which I have used here in the two other forms. S is capital and L is capital with the full stop at the end. Now, I hope you are understanding that how to write a subject. But remember, the word subject must not be underlined. Okay, only the topic which we are mentioning in the application writing, it has to be underlined. Now there is another note after that, leave one line. Actually, we are leaving one line before the subject and after the subject because we want to make the subject prominent, so that the reader who is reading the application, he or she could understand the topic of the application directly without the need to read the whole application. Now I come to the next step, that is greetings and beginning. Greetings, greetings, to greet somebody, to honor somebody. Actually, this means that greetings. It must be written from left side of the page with the margin. If you remember, I have told you many times and again, I'm reminding that you have to write everything from the left side of the page with the margin line, as we are following the block pattern of application, block style pattern. Okay. Now the greetings, how you call somebody, like greetings part is here only. Respected sir, I have written slash here, then I have written madam. Respected sir or madam. This slash means or. It means these are two options. Okay, these are two options. You have to write one of them at one time. Don't write both of them uh, in the similar application or the same application. You have to write any one of them. Respected, R must be capital. Respected is the word to honor something, honor somebody. Sir, sir means a proper noun here, so S must be capital. Or if madam you are writing, then M must be capital. Now, one more thing you should remember, that any one of them can be written at one time. So if you are writing the application to a male person, use the word sir. If you are writing the application to the female person, you have to write M, madam, with the M capital and S capital. There is a comma after that. Remember that, because we are continuing the greetings and added the beginning with that. Okay. Now, this is the respected sir, madam. It is the only part of the greetings. And now we come to the beginning part. I beg to state that, you can see that I have written with the margin, everything I have written with the margin. I beg to state that dotted line is here, which is showing that it is continued. Okay, something has to be added here, but it is I have shown here different ways of beginning the application, of writing the beginning of the application. This is the first way. I beg to state that. Or there is another way, with due respect. comma, it is stated that, again there is a dotted line, it means something has to be added here. Or there is another way, this is to inform you that, then dotted line here. Okay, now remember that these are the three ways, but you can use other ways also. These are just for explanation that you can use any one of these three. Now I come to the next part of the application, that is the body part. It is the most important part of the application writing. And you know that the body part is actually the part in which you write the reason of the application. Why you are writing the application, you have to mention your problems here. And you have, if you are asking about the leave, then you have to mention the days, for how long you are asking for the leave. Everything is comes here in the body part. So it should be a very particular and important part of the application. So you should be very careful when you are writing the body part, because it must be to the point. Because application writing means you are writing everything to the point, and there is no need to add extra things here or extra sentences. You are not, you don't need to add details here. Um, so we have to write everything in simple words and to the point. Okay. So again, there is a note here written at the top of the given information. It must be written from left side of the page with the margin. That means we are continuing the block style pattern of application writing. Now this is the first paragraph. First paragraph also includes the beginning actually. If you remember, I have left the dotted line in here, there in the beginning part. Okay, this dotted line means, I have shown the dotted line here. It means this part, the first paragraph of the application, it is continued with the beginning part. Okay, so I have, don't leave this space anywhere. You have to write everything with the margin line. But this dotted line shows that you have to continue the beginning part of the application with the body part. Okay, in the first paragraph. So, for example, if I'm writing the beginning, I beg to state that. Then I'm continuing here. I beg to state that, this dotted line means I beg to state that I have been suffering from severe viral infection since last night. Now you can see that I have written I have been suffering. It means I am writing the perfect continuous tense there. Okay, you should know that, you should be able to identify it. And whenever we are writing the perfect continuous tense, we must mention the time duration here. So you can see that I have written last night, and since and for is added. If you know that, for longer duration of time, or the for particular point we are using for, and for a time duration we use since. So I have written here, I have to state that I have been suffering from severe viral infection. This is the illness which I have mentioned here. You can change it. You can write any other illness here. Fever, cold, cough, flu, diarrhea, dysentery, or stomach ache, headache, whatever you want to write. I have written severe viral infection since last night. You can mention here for 2 days. If you're mentioning the particular time period, 2 days, then you will replace since with for. Okay, then full stop, because the first point of your application, it is completed here. So you have to write a full stop or place a full stop at the end of first point. Then after that you will continue that this was the serious illness for you, and what do you want next. Then you will write in the next sentence, I will not be able to come to school for at least 3 days. That you are mentioning your problem, that you are not able to come to school for 3 days, at least 3 days. At least means the duration or the leave days can also be prolonged. Okay. The full stop is again here, which means the sentence is completed. Then you are writing about the doctor's suggestion or doctor's advice. Doctor has advised me, has advised, perfect tense. Doctor has advised me to take rest to recover completely. Full stop. This is the doctor's suggestion. So you have to mention that also, because we are doing the actually the I'm giving you the explanation for a sick leave. The pattern for all the applications are same, but I'm giving you the example for sick leave. Now, if you remember that in 8th class, you are writing in the first line that you are mentioning your name, your class, but this pattern is obsolete now. You are not using or writing your name and the class. The name and class has not to be mentioned here now in the new pattern. Okay, there is no need, because when you end the application, then you are mentioning your class there. Okay, now I hope you have understood what have to be written in the first paragraph. Now, after the completion of this, we are starting the second paragraph. And remember that second paragraph must start with the margin line again. Kindly grant me leave for 3 days. If you remember, you have mentioned 3 days in the first paragraph. So again, you have to ask the leave for 3 days. That is, this sign must be placed here. Okay, please practice for this sign, that I dot, E dot, and then comma. Okay, because you have to mention the dates. Because if you're asking for the leave of 3 days, then you have to mention the dates from which for the first day or for the last day. Okay, so you have to mention the date here, the beginning date of the leave and the ending date of the leave, then full stop. Okay, this is the second paragraph, and this is a must, because if you are not writing or not mentioning the days, then your application remains incomplete. Now I come to the ending part of the application. Ending means the paragraph in which you are writing the thanks. Okay, this is called the ending part. It must be written from left side of the page with the margin. Again and again, I'm telling you, you have to follow the block style pattern. There are 3 ways I have written here for ending. I will be very grateful to you for this act of kindness. For the stop. Again, you can see that grateful, the spelling of grateful is different. So please learn this spelling if you want to write the word grateful. Grateful actually means thankful. Okay, grateful is, you can say, is a synonym of thankful. I will be very grateful to you for this act of kindness. Full stop. Or there is another way. I will be very thankful to you for your cooperation. Full stop. This is also a way to do the ending. Or thanking you in anticipation. Full stop. You can write in some other ways. I will be highly obliged to you. Okay. I will be thankful for your kind cooperation, hoping for your positive response. Many ways are there to write the ending. I have just written 3 ways here. You can write any other one also. Okay, these are just the examples for explanation. Now we come to the last part of the application writing. This is the last step, the closing. Again, it must be written from left side of the page from the margin line. You all know that we are following the block style pattern. So please, you should remember that all the things, all the steps must start from the margin line. And we have 7 steps of application writing. Don't leave any one of them. Because if you are leaving any one of them, that means you are missing things and your application is incomplete. Now for closing part, I have also already told you that when you have written the ending part. If you remember that in the ending part, I have already written about the thanks, or I have written the thanks in different ways, or we can use any one of those ways. So after that, there is no need to write thanking you here again, because we have already said thanks to the authorized person. Okay, so directly we start with yours obediently. Yours, you can see that S is written here, but there is no apostrophe. There is no need to write the apostrophe here. Yours obediently. You should remember the spelling of obediently, because I have seen many of you do not know the spelling of obediently and respected and principal, grateful. So please learn all those spellings, because these are very easy and you should have these spellings on your fingertips and learn by heart. Now, for the word obediently, you can see the O is capitalized with the comma at the end, because we are continuing it. We are writing XYZ in place of our name. Okay, there is no need to mention your name. So write X dot Y dot Z dot. Like ABC in the beginning, we have written ABC with the capital letters. So similarly, X, Y, Z are written in the capital letters. There is no need to make use any artwork here. Please write in the simple way X, Y, Z. Now we come to the next line. Here you can see that full stop is there. Then you are mentioning your class. A student of class 10. You can write class 10th also. It is also right, but it is better to write a student of class 10. You can also write a student of grade 10. And when you are writing the word grade, it means you have to write 10 in the digits form. Like in the maths, you are writing the Arabic numerals 10. Okay, remember this thing. And full stop must be mentioned here. I think the full stop has been removed from here. Now, after that, we use the last thing, or we write the last thing here, that is date. And date. Are you hearing me, students? Please reply again, because there was some net problem. Okay, we were discussing. Are you listening? No one is replying. Please reply here. Okay, very nice, Abhya, very nice. Okay, now we were discussing about the closing part of the application. We yours obediently, comma, XYZ, full stop, then student of class 10, full stop must be mentioned here also. Then date. Date must be written in the way that you have to mention the whole spelling of the month, then the day, okay, like 11. One more thing which I want to tell you, that here the date must be written in 2 digits. If the date is 1, then add 0 before it. Then comma, then mention the whole year, 2021, 2021. Then full stop. It is the end part of the, or last part of the application. Date must come at the end in the application writing. And you should know that how to write the date. It is the proper way of writing the date. Okay. I hope you have understood till here. Now, if you want to ask any question, please ask me, because the time must will be over after that. We have little bit time left, 4 or 5 minutes. If you want to ask anything, please ask me here. I hope you have understood. If you have understood, please write understood, yes, or whatever you want to ask. Nawal, actually, book is again not available till now, so don't bring English Literature Journal tomorrow. Okay? Bring only language. All of you, please listen. Don't bring Literature Journal tomorrow. No, no, Khadija. There is no need to leave any other line before yours obediently. Okay. We just leave the lines before and after the subject. Remember all of you, please. Okay. Actually, we are waiting for your book. It is not available till now, and almost 1 month or 15 days of the session, you know that it has been done, but books are not available in the market. So we have to wait for that. If we are not able to start the literature work, again, we will do some language things in the class. Okay. And please submit your assignments on time. I'm telling you again and again. Because from tomorrow, from Monday now onwards, then we will not check any of the assignment if they are not submitted on time. I hope you have understood everything. Do you want to ask any other thing? Because the time is over. I want to end my lecture. Any other thing which you want to ask? Any one of you? I'm reminding for those people who have not submitted any assignment that I have uploaded 5 assignments till now, 4 of tenses, indefinite tenses, continuous tenses, perfect tenses, and perfect continuous tenses, and 1 of articles. So please complete all 5 assignments in your English language journal, as well as the applications and letters which we have done during the physical classes. So please, this is the last day, that is Monday, for the submission of the language journals for group A, and Wednesday for group B. I hope you have understood everything. Now I am ending my lecture here. Please do practice of application writing in your rough notebooks. Allah Hafiz.